If you've been watching the tour, you've probably noticed riders constantly fueling. That's because modern cycling isn't just about producing the watts, you got to replace the energy. Morton helps you fuel when it matters most. Get 15% off with code LRCP Tour26 at morton.com. Absolute cinema in the breakaway today. Tadej Pogacar trying to write history. We have the Alpe d'Huez stage, a short stage, not that hard before in terms of multiple mountains. That meant we were up for a big, fast climbing time. A 10-minute and a 20-minute climb to start for break formation, then a long valley in between. Another 6K, 6% climb, then the famous Alpe d'Huez. Pantani has the record from 97, 36 minutes 30 or something like that, 36.50. And UAE were trying to control break formation. Everyone called their bluff and a big break went. So they had to wait for Vermeersch. Wellens was not on his best shape, and this huge break goes. Visma got half the team in, Pollitt's controlling it. Then we have the next climb. I mentioned that 20-minute climb. Trekker in, but so is Lenny Martinez. He sneaks in this break. There's nothing anyone can do about it. He's 7th in GC, and he's just gone in the breakaway, and he's on 12 minutes 50. Trek, though, pace for Pedersen's intermediate sprint, so he can take 25 points against Philipsen, who's not in the breakaway. But then Trek don't want to go too hard on the climbs. EF want to go faster. Visma, Ineos want to go faster. VPP wins the KOM sprint, of course. But Trek are trying to nurse Pedersen over that climb. UAE were trying to nurse Florian Vermeersch over that climb. And get to the valley. 3 minutes 25. Trek are pulling. In the breakaway. The sprint is in 40 Ks. It's in about 55 minutes. The UAE are not bringing the break back. Ayuso and Schelmos are now virtually leapfrogged almost by Lenny Martinez on GC. Tarling's pulling, Armirel, huge shift today. Q365 start pulling, whilst Lenny is virtually into 5th on GC going over the two Trek riders. The gap is 4 minutes 30. The break was really committed. Castrillo, Garcia Piana. Pedersen gets to 25 points. Huge for his green jersey. That makes it very, very difficult for him to lose it in Paris on Sunday. So job done for him. G West now goes back to the peloton, but they didn't need the gap to be that big in the first place. 1 minute would have been fine for Trek. He goes back to the peloton. EF, Visma, Ineos, and Movistar just pulling all out. A lot of the climbers were straight up dropping on this 6% climb. Yates, Voisard suffering. G starts pulling the peloton. Bora had been controlling as well. Don't know why, but they were pulling, helping Vermeersch and Pollitt. When the break had gone, Grosjean and now the last domestique available for UAE. But look at this is the peloton. It's 12 riders. 2 Treks, Pidcock struggling, Sykes there. Sykes has got satellite riders though. He's got Benoit and Riccatello in this group. As we get to Alpe d'Huez, 35-minute climb, most likely. Pedersen and Vacek wait, and they pull it 3 minute 20 at the gap. At the bottom, Arensman starts to pace. He's worried about the pressure of Pogacar. They all should be worried about the pressure of Pogacar, but it looks slow. Van Hills is pacing. Grosjean is pacing. They've only gained 10 seconds in the first 3 to 4 minutes, the first 10% of Alpe d'Huez. A lot of fans on the road, but the cat and mouse in this breakaway was unreal. When they should have heard Tadej Pogacar goes solo, over 12.5 Ks to go, about 12.5 Ks to go. They should have got their act together. They get a decent group, 3 riders. He gets across Pogacar to his satellite rider, Adam Yates. He's going to pull him on the climb, and the gap stays about the same, but Pogacar's saving in the draft. But these 3 should have worked together. I mean, Martinez, they're not going to drop him. If he rides for his GC, he's also probably going to win the sprint. Kuss and Carapaz are talking to each other. Kuss is pulling a bit, and then Carapaz keeps attacking them. So first it was Lenny not working at this point, when the gap was 2:30 to Pog. But then Carapaz starts attacking over and over and over, and Lenny's forcing Kuss to close that down, and we all knew what was coming. It was like watching a slow motion, Titanic going into the iceberg. I mean, Carapaz is literally freewheeling here. He's freewheeling on the Alpe d'Huez, and when you see what happens at the end, you think, man, they probably wish they got another 10 seconds. You can't tell me these 3 couldn't have gone 20 seconds quicker. They could have, but they were determined to beat each other. But you cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. Pogacar chasing history. He's taken like 10 seconds a kilometre plus when he's actually getting into the Alpe d'Huez, and the games in front get worse. Carapaz goes bang, Lenny's on his wheel, the explosive climbers. Kuss just pace himself. And of course, they can't continue that pace, so Kuss just comes back. Sykes is alone. He had Benoit and Prudhomme pacing really, really well. He's got Remco in the wheel with Del Toro, and Pogacar's just mopping up riders. He catches like 20 riders on the Alpe d'Huez. Carapaz goes bang again. But here, Lenny says, I think Lenny's heard on the radio most likely at this point. Pogacar's on 1 minute 15 and there's 7 Ks left. He taps his thigh saying, get on the wheel, let's relay. Or maybe he wanted Kuss away, I don't know. But then Carapaz doesn't pull. So maybe first it was Lenny playing a bit too much at the start, then Carapaz just will not cooperate and keeps attacking them. And I guess he knows he can't beat Lenny in the sprint. It's flat, remember, for the last 250 meters of Alpe d'Huez, this finish. It finishes in the village, not right on like a pure silent finish. Maybe not flat, but Lenny's fast. Remco attacks the group. He's able to take a few seconds more on Del Toro, but he's blocked by the motorbike. Sykes just keeps pacing with Del Toro in the wheel, and Carapaz finally goes clear. He drops Lenny, and Lenny looks around like, oh no, moment. He gets himself up to speed though, so pretty clever. I think Lenny, he didn't follow this Carapaz attack, so he had the burst right here to get in the wheel of Pog, because Pog's trying to squeeze him out. He doesn't want Lenny in the wheel, but Pog has to follow then. He gets to Carapaz, but watch through the village here. It levels off. It's flat. I mean, it's level, it's a bit uphill, it's a bit flat. You're getting a big draft. Pog only has one more chance to drop them out of this hairpin. It goes uphill a bit, and he squeezes them first out of the saddle, gets up to speed, sits down with 850 meters to go, gets Carapaz off the wheel and Lenny. And as I said, 20 extra seconds, this might have been different. Absolutely incredible stage. Pogacar does one of his best climbing performances ever. He had to catch the breakaway with 3.5 minutes at the bottom. Destroys the Pantani record, and he's now the record holder on Alpe d'Huez, doing, I think, 35.5 minutes. Winning the stage by 6 seconds ahead of Lenny Martinez, 9 seconds ahead of Carapaz, Kuss on 1:14, then Johannesson, Evenepoel, Del Toro, Schkelmoser, Sykes, all pretty close to each other. Here's what the yellow jersey wearer had to say.
When I heard some of the guys drop when Felix was pulling super good pace in the beginning of the climb, I knew that, I mean, already the climb before we were going full gas because the breakaway was so strong. We were going full gas all day, and then at the beginning, first kilometer of Alpe d'Huez, I knew that, yeah, it's a good. I have good legs, and there's not many guys left that that maybe can follow or try to go with me. So I tried, and then I committed to the top.
In terms of GC, of course, Pogacar's already got the yellow jersey under wraps. Remco has 2.5 minutes on Del Toro. That's pretty comfortable for tomorrow. Still only 34 seconds between Del Toro and Sykes. So hopefully we see some action from Sykes on the Glibier Sorrent tomorrow. Martinez is going to defend 5th now. He and Carapaz are up to 5th and 8th. What a move. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you the recap tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.